Say good morning, everybody. How y'all doing? Hope you're doing well. I know. She decided, you know what? I want to be in a video. No, it's more like, hey, I want some weapons. I don't care about your videos. I just want some weapons. I know. She is such a precious baby. Such a sweet girl. I was actually just telling her, yeah, she's the queen of my universe. That's for sure. Yep, she's the star of my show. You don't have to be a star, baby. No, she's definitely the number one in my life. Until that fateful day when we have to separate for some reason. So, but anywho, yeah, definitely feeling better, getting all of that getting that medication out of me. I did do some research on it, excuse me, with side effects, actually with both of them, even the over-the-counter one. And yeah, most definitely. I'm sure probably, the over-the-counter one is fine by itself, but since I was dealing with a lot of side effects, with the other one, basically the nasal spray, which is a prescription, probably contributing to it all. So, and to be honest, I was thinking with everything, there she goes. Tell you the truth, with everything that I was experiencing, I was thinking that maybe it just might be because, trying to get rid of everything out of my system and so on and so forth. And a lot of it probably was. But then when went off of everything and then woke up feeling a little icky and everything, and of course I didn't, oops, she decided to come back. I just was worried, I'll admit fearful of having a repeat, um, and everything. She's decided, no, I'm done. So yeah, I was worried about having a repeat with everything, and that's why I decided to go ahead and go back on them. And it was probably a good thing. Actually, it was a good thing because it helped me to realize um, what's what's been happening, at least recent. So yeah, I am not going to be doing that. I might try being back on the over the counter, the pill, but I'm going to play it by ear and see what happens. Um, Basically, the side effects were everything. At least the side effects listed. Just about everything on the list. We're talking a pretty good, extensive list. Um, so yeah, I'm just not gonna anymore. And then of course I'm adding a couple other things, like the very first thing that I noticed, and I noticed it a couple times before even, excuse me, uh, that after doing the nasal spray, I get real jittery, real shaky, like a drug reaction, and it's like, yeah, this isn't good. And it happened right after I did it yesterday. I'm like, well, it's too late now. We're just gonna have to go through it, and everything. But yeah, I wound up huge, massive headache, like right here. Yeah, and it radiated out and all the way into my temples and so forth. Made my nose real cold and hurting and everything. Tried laying down. I just I couldn't relax for anything, and eventually I was able to later on. Last night, no, I did not work. I was in no condition to be behind the wheel, and I knew that. Um, Especially since, I mean, there was about, I'd say about 3 hours there where it was difficult for me to even open my eyes. It just hurts so bad. I'm like, yeah, I don't belong behind a wheel. So, and then of course, foggy head, and it actually was affecting also everything in here. surprisingly. I think probably because, with it being an antihistamine, it was trying to dry me up. That was another thing that they talked about, also on the list of side effects is the drying out, and I think it was causing everything to kind of start flaring up in here, at least with the muscles anyway. Obviously, definitely not with any congestion. So, yeah, there was that, and oh, also another thing actually was right on the top of the list. That nasty taste in my mouth. It was like a combination of a chemical metal taste or something. I don't want to say pennies, but it's just, yeah, right there in the back of my throat. I couldn't get rid of it for nothing. Nasty, nasty. I'll admit when I woke up, I did finally I was finally able to fall asleep, and when I woke up, I felt a little bit better. Still massive headache and a little bit of nausea. I really didn't want to eat, but I also need to take my insulins. So I'm just like, no, I'm gonna just have to grit my teeth and bear it and um, do it. So, and I'm glad I did. I actually I needed to cook yesterday out of my soup. I know. But that's okay. I was like, I really want a steak. I was really, really wanting a steak. And I don't have a grill to be able to cook on it, so I just seasoned them and threw them in the oven, 350, 30 minutes. We're good. Um, and so I grabbed a couple of them. They were on sale at the grocery store up the road here. And um, I'm glad I did it. That was really good. That, and I had some corn, frozen corn left in the freezer, so I went ahead and made that. I figure, well, nice thing with corn is it's very, very, very good with it for upset stomachs. It's the sort of starch that it had, or excuse me, the sort of fiber it has. It's a starchy fiber, and so it's kind of like getting fiber in. Saltine crackers. You know how, like, when you're sick, you got upset stomach, you grab some saltines or whatever to help. It's kind of like that, only you're also getting the fiber to help straighten it, push things out, get it out of your system. So, and I always, anytime I get upset stomachs, I al almost always, not always, but almost always crave something with corn in it, like corn chips of some sort, or heck, even Doritos. Something with corn. So that's why I figure, okay, I need to get rid of this. Let's go ahead and pair up my steaks with corn. Actually, they're ribeyes, so softer, and everything, and get that good iron going. Something else I needed. And yeah, I wound up not being able to finish my hot cocoa last night either. I got to a point where I'm like, no, I'm done. Sugars, definitely a lot better too. So, woke up this morning, 109. Perfect. Right, perfect range. So, it's like, yeah, good. Excellent. So, and I did before I went to bed, even though I was hesitant to do it, I went ahead and took some ibuprofen before I went to bed. Could help with the headache. It was too much. I couldn't deal with it. But yeah, I'm glad I did that. So definitely got back to my massages this morning. Um, for those of you who don't know, actually, well, first of all, those of you who are just joining me, because I know I've been getting a lot of subscribers. I know it's mostly because of the videos I've been posting of Miss Possum. I know that. But for those of you who are curious about my personal journey videos, welcome. Okay. I appreciate your ear. And hopefully maybe there's something that I'm telling you that will help to inspire you. Maybe it'll help you with something that maybe you might be going through. Maybe not now, maybe sometime in the future or something. Um, yeah, maybe it might help you in some way. Maybe you're feeling down or something, and it's like you see this goofy per goofy girl and be like, hey, you know what? There's somebody who's going through something worse than I am. If she can do it, so can I. I can get through this. So, yeah, that's kind of part of the purpose of these videos. It also helps me with with the mental part instead of going seeing a shrink, which I don't feel comfortable with. I'm a too independent of a person. I got to figure shit out for myself. That's the way I've always been. So twofold with at least these videos. So, but anyway, for those of you who don't know, what I've been dealing with for almost 2 years is respiratory issues, pain in my chest, and a lot of congestion. I've been trying to, and it all started with a virus I had. Not too sure if it was COVID, Omicron variant, or RSV. So, um, or possibly something else. Who knows? Um, I was too sick at the time to get any sort of testing done. So anyway, but either way, ever since then, I've been dealing with these issues. So I've been trying to see doctors and so forth, but unfortunately, as they say here in Vegas, yeah, what happens in Vegas doesn't necessarily stay in Vegas, but Vegas is known for a lot of things, but one of them isn't good medical care. So it's I've been through a few doctors, and hopefully doctor number three, basically, I'll be having my first visit with them towards the end of September. So in the meantime, I have to. I've been trying to figure things out on my own. Um, and basically, what's been triggering it is memories of a car accident that I was in 7 years ago, and little things that I had researched, found out about, and tried to help with uh, either getting through that or dealing with the relapses. And unfortunately, and I've come to the realization that it's something that I'm going to have to deal with for probably the rest of my life. I mean, we're talking 7 years later and still dealing with car accident issues. But dealing with those issues has been helping me with dealing with these issues. One of the big issues that I've been dealing with is, unfortunately, what wound up happening with that virus is I wound up with strained muscles, all in basically mostly here in my sternum, but over the years it's also gone up in here into my collarbone area, and also down. Sorry if anybody's too uncomfortable, too bad. Um, Also muscles like down just below my breasts. So, and with doing my massaging this morning, I have found that if I massage, I have this essential oil mixture. I posted a video about it, about the recipes. I think it was last week. I don't even know at this point. Um, I had a very bad allergy infection. So, yeah, I was dealing with that. So, I think I posted it last week with those essential oil recipes with what I have used in the past with my car accident injuries. But I figure I would give it a shot with dealing with all of this, and it has helped. And first thing in the morning after doing my normal routine with my tablet and so forth, with getting rolling with doing my yoga stretches and everything. Before I do that, I've been massaging the areas, thinking back to what I went through, or what a massage therapist did with helping with my back issues, with the car accident, with the techniques and so forth, and applying those to my chest area. Um, for the most part, I pretty much have gotten it all worked out. Excellent. This morning I noticed a few spots, like right here, a little bit. It's kind of flaring up a little bit. We do have some storms moving in. Storms have been a big culprit for muscles flaring up, just like arthritis. Okay. But I noticed a really bad spot, like right here. So I really had to kind of work it and dig and so forth. So, and of course up underneath here a little bit, but I'd say that probably this one here and especially this one, whew, big time. So, and I'm gonna go do my yoga stretches and definitely hit my. The other thing that started using, I was a little weary about using it. If you watch those videos, you'll understand why. I think it's called what's a acupressure mat, and I'm holding up what it is that you're laying on. There's these basically there are these like plastic pins that you're laying on. Like I said, it's an acupressure mat and a pillow, and I've been taking the mat and rolling it up and laying on it, and then laying directly on the pillow. And that's been helping not only with helping to calm things down with the muscles, because I mean basically it's pressure. It's like acupuncture, okay? Only I'm applying it to my chest area. Um, but yeah, with being a girl, thank goodness I got little ones. I was a little weary about laying down on top of it, but it's been okay. It hasn't been too bad. It mostly hits the the two sides of those areas, but it's fine because the muscles have also been hitting into those areas, so it's been helping with those as well. So just thank goodness I don't have silicone implants. Thank goodness I'm not that terribly vain. So yes, I do have comedy relief in these videos too. Uh, uh, I do try and keep it a little PG, at least PG-13 rated, okay? I don't want to get kicked off of YouTube either. So, but anywho, even though I do keep my parental controls on, with as far as censorship with these videos. Um, yeah, I, whatever your parents do is on them. But in case I do have anybody underage watching, but my part is done. That's the way I look at it. So anyway, yeah, uh, I found that, yeah, I know I lost my train of thought there for a minute. I found that that has been helping a lot as well. So, with laying down on that, haven't been doing. I've been doing it all a little bit more sporadic this week, trying to see where I'm at. Part of it has been to see where I'm at, and also giving my body opportunities to rest and heal itself. I'm a big believer that the body is really a miraculous machine. If as long as we give it the tools to be able to do what it needs to do, that's the thing. So, but yeah, these things that I've been hitting on have been helping. Also, my hot cocos. I use cacao powder, which is full of magnesium. Even though I know that it's better if you can have the magnesium filtered through the skin directly. It actually absorbs into the body a lot better if it can be absorbed through the skin. It's one of the reasons why I use this sweet almond oil as my base oil for my essential oil recipes. So in that way, get that magnesium going because almond also has a lot of magnesium in it. If you have access to like a bathtub or oh, what are they called? I'm thinking a whirlpool. I can't that spa. You know what I'm talking about. Hot tub. Thank you. Um, um, it, Sitting in one of those, for like 20 minutes with some hot water and also some Epsom salt, maybe a little bit of lavender oil, that can help most definitely too. I know it can be a little costly with the cost of water, filling up one of those every day or whatever, but it can help. So, um, but yeah, Breathing great. It feels good to breathe for the first time in almost 2 years, especially here lately. Wow, it's been bad. We've been here, we've been getting a lot of backlash with the wildfires that's been happening in Cali. And then we've had a few of our own around here as well. So air quality here in Vegas has been piss poor, to say the least. So it's not helped with things either. And unfortunately, I can't do inhalers with being a diabetic. Messes up the steroids, messes up the diabetes. But that's the other thing too, with the nasal spray that I was using. Um, it was having a tendency to raise my blood sugars. And with researching that, it's not supposed to, according to research, it's supposed to be dropping. So, if anything, I kind of wonder what happened. Maybe initially it was, when it was actually helping, but after, it becoming a hindrance. I think that probably, and of course, all the side effects kicking in, I think it was probably the side effects that was causing my blood sugars to skyrocket. So it's like, yep, done. So basically putting that stress on the body. And yeah, not a good situation. Even with taking extra insulin, wasn't helping much. So, okay, I'm gonna try this. I'm still in hopes. One of the things that I've been saying this whole time too, for those of you who are just joining, is I'm still wondering, um, um, because one of the things I've been dealing with is allergy issues, and I have lived here in the desert for almost 20 years and never had any issues until I had that virus. So I'm still wondering, and it's gotten worse. The allergy issues have gotten worse as all this has gotten worse. So I'm still wondering if I can take care of this, if it helps clear up the allergies. That's what I'm thinking. Um, so I won't need the other stuff, at least for the most part. Um, but it was hell having to be going through all of that again yesterday, especially with the nausea and the massive headache. Wow. But at least that told me, okay, let's go. It's time to go off the ship. So, and I've always, it's funny. I've always said that I would make a terrible drug addict. Partly because I can't handle all that. The idea of getting high and shit, it's like, yeah, no, I'm too much of a control freak. Plus, on top of it, I'm forgetful. I'd forget to actually do it. Oh yeah, that's a pride, and so I realize it's not like that. There's a reason why they call it an addiction. But knowing me, I'd probably still forget. Oh yeah, I'm supposed to be doing this. I'm too high on life. I've always been too high on life. So no, yeah, don't get me wrong. I've had my times in my life. Everybody does. It's, of course, the worst one I've ever had to deal with was losing my mom. But still yet, I've tried to live my life. I want to live. I want to experience what life has to offer me. And I have had an amazing life. I've had really, really have, with constantly going against the grain, doing things that other people would never even dream of doing, or even consider doing or anything. I'm damn proud of what I have done, and I'm damn proud of the life that I have lived, because it's been very rewarding, very, very rewarding. And I've even saved lives in the process, which makes it even more rewarding. So, yeah, very proud and very happy to have had experiences that I've had so far, And yeah, it's been a struggle. It really has. Not just everything with dealing with all of this, but really dealing with depression and so forth, with losing my mom, and so forth. It's like in being in a couple bad relationships, and uh, dealing with family issues, and um, basically people not being as supportive as what they should be, and so on and so forth. I realized that I might, people can say, well, maybe you're putting too much stock or whatever. No, not with the positions that they were in my life. No, no, it's pretty bad when um, the person who's going through it is stronger than the people who. No, yeah. And I realize everybody has their limitations, their own strengths, and so on and so forth. But yeah, and that's why I prefer to surround myself with strong people, have strong people in my life. Because when this strong person needs help, who, who is she supposed to turn to? But that's been a big lesson for me too throughout all of this, because of so many people walking away and abandoning me, basically. It's like, find the strength in yourself. Ask for strength from the powers that be, the higher powers. Ask for that strength from them. Find it within yourself, because what's on the other side is worth it. Yeah, it's a struggle to go through it at the time, but it makes you even stronger on the other side. And yeah, it does take its toll. You have those ups and downs. I don't want to say bad days, because there are no bad days as long as you go with the flow, right? Yeah. So it's a matter of asking for help from the powers that be, maybe asking for positivity from strangers like you all, which I appreciate. I really do appreciate everybody who has sent me positivity and healing energy and so forth. I feel it. I really have felt it, especially here in the last couple of weeks. I really have felt it. And I appreciate it, because now I'm coming out even stronger. And yeah, it's time to get back to conquering life, get back to my regularly scheduled life again. So, anywho, I'm glad that you all had opportunities. She's down there at the bottom of the bed sleeping right now. Glad you all had opportunities to see her. You know what? Let's see if we can sneak around. See her. There she is. Oh, oops. Bad light. Oh, there she is. Yep. She's like, what are you doing? She's giving me that look. Woman, leave me the fuck alone. She's giving me that look. Oh, mommy, no, don't do it. Yeah, she's not too happy with me now. It's okay. I'm permitted. I'm the mommy. She's like, I tell her all the time, if you had your own children, you would understand. This is what mommies do. She's like, no, they don't. It's like, yes, we do. We irritate our children all the time. That's our jobs. Is to gush our love onto you all the time. Oh, get away from me now. Yeah, we all been through it, especially during our teenage years. Like, oh, no, go away. Yeah. And she's kind of been, well, I guess she's kind of in those years. She's 6 now, so. But anywho, yeah, I should let you go so I can go do what I need to do and so forth, and get back to breathing. Love you all. I'll talk to y'all soon.